Shine Like a Diamond has been designed as a source of inspiration for women. May you be blessed as you listen to the metaphor of how we as women can shine like a diamond. In setting the scene for part 6 of this series, let's think about the following idea. It's a quote by Elizabeth Dostal, and she says, "The future is created by default or design. If you develop by default, you remain a victim of circumstances. If you deliberately design your future, you will transform your life creatively. Either way is your choice and responsibility." So let's talk about how to shine in the different seasons we find ourselves in, as well as how to live life by design. Sometimes it's easier to shine in certain seasons, when you're in an exciting and special relationship, when the financial pressure is off, when you're healthy, when you find out that you're pregnant after a long time of struggle, when your children are doing well, when you're in a great job that you're passionate about. In these times, it's easy to shine. But in some seasons, when things don't work out so well, or don't go according to your plan, or when things go terribly wrong and life unravels from this beautiful, neat ball of string into a tangled mess in front of you, you might only have a tiny glimpse of the sparkle. That's okay. Just choose to not let your light go out. Don't let the pain of one season destroy the joy of all the rest. As John Rowan says, you must take personal responsibility. You cannot change the circumstances, the seasons, or the wind, but you can change yourself. I'd like to share the story of Rosemary Siggins with you. Her situation definitely gives one a new perspective. She was born with a rare spinal disorder. Her legs were amputated at the age of 2. She has a mentally handicapped brother and a dad with Alzheimer's. Prosthetic legs were too painful for her, so she prefers a skateboard. Her mother died of cancer, and now she looks after her brother and dad. She got married and was even able to have 2 children. What an inspiration to keep on going despite having huge obstacles in her life. We may never understand why we face these kind of obstacles. Life can be really difficult. Life seems unfair. So many questions go unanswered. Why did this happen? Why me? Why not me? Why now? Why not now? Living with unanswered questions can cause much frustration and heartache and become fertile ground for seeds of bitterness, resentment, and depression to grow. The one thing we do have is we always have a choice in our attitude, our outlook, and how we're going to proceed, despite what life has thrown us and what questions remain unanswered. Be a possibility thinker. Live life by design and not default. Visualize. Take your heart's desires and visions and dreams to God. Write it down. Be clear, be specific, be focused, and keep visualizing. It's so powerful to look back over time and see what has come to pass and how things have worked out. My dad once gave me a book called Write It Down and Make It Happen by Henriette Ann Clauser. What an inspiration. From then on, I started writing down my vision for the future. I also did collages so that the words and dreams had pictures. I visualized and prayed, and so many of those dreams and visions came to pass year after year. One example of many is my second husband. I visualized and prayed for a man who loved God, who was in his mid-40s, who had no children, someone who would be prepared to do the inner work with me, someone romantic who would adore me and treat me with love and kindness, someone who could be a friend first, someone who would build a good relationship with my son, even down to the physical features of having soft, kind blue eyes and dark hair with streaks of grey and strong hands. I am blessed to say that my husband is all those things and more. So visualize, dream, pray, write it down and make it happen. We also need to understand that God is a good God of grace, mercy and kindness, but we do need to take action. Remember the story in the Bible of the woman with the issue of blood? She didn't just sit there. She stepped out in a difficult situation with great determination to touch Jesus' cloak. How about David and Goliath? David had to take action. He was not sitting around moping about his life as a poor shepherd boy. He stepped out and took action despite the literally huge odds against him. You never need to go ahead on your own. God is there with you, but you need to take action. Believe what God can do, but also believe in yourself. So as we bring this series to a close, I'd like to end off with a famous quote by Mary Ann Williamson that says, "Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us most. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and famous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. You playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that people won't feel insecure around you. You were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in all of us. And when we let our light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. So go out there every day and shine like a diamond, no matter if some days it's only a little glimmer and other days it's a magnificent sparkle."